Music. There is nothing in life that is more unifying as well as polarizing. Whether it is the intricate rhythm of jazz, the face-melting energy of metal, or anything in between, music finds a way to become an important part of almost everyone's life. But where does the music start? Who are the faces behind the emotion? The answers to these questions and more can be found in almost every city in the United States at almost any local music venue. Sit back and enjoy as we take you through the heartland of the United States and meet some of the individuals who work day and night to produce the music that we simply cannot live without.
Do you want to be a star or do you want to be good? I mean, do you want to play music or do you want to be a rock star? And if you want to really be good, you want music, then you need to prepare not to have any close relationships, prepare to be broke all the time, sleep on floors, you prepare to live a very Spartan life, because it takes everything. I mean, if you're really going for it full hog, it takes everything.
No, seriously, serious answer to that question is a lot of people ask me why I chose music, and the fact truly is that I didn't choose music, music chose me, and I really don't have a choice in the matter. It's a soul drive, it's something I have to do. It's like asking, why do you breathe? Well, because I have to.
Musical acts vary in size and range from the larger-than-life international sensations to the loosely formulated garage bands and everything in between, with very little actually separating the big from the small.
And it's the same sun in Joplin as it is on Long Beach. No matter what I do, my love is always just out of reach. Yeah, I enjoy a smoke and a drink and some fun with someone while we're in the mood. And you don't have to like me, but you don't need to be so insatiably.
There's this really small bands, which are guys that are just in their garage or just playing, their hometown. And then there's this huge, middle bands where, you're playing, it's all on your own dime, you're still paying the gas and to get everywhere, and you're still booking your own shows. And then for me, I think the thing that puts you over the line is when other people start doing all the work for you that's not musical. You hire someone to be your booking agent and get you gigs all over the country, and you have a tour manager who makes sure that you get to every place and that your vehicle works and takes care of all that stuff. I mean, there's just so many other people that are added to, I think, what I would consider a national band. And even if it's just one person, as the tour manager that's on the road with them, for example, it's still that difference between a mid-level band and a national band for me.
As far as culture goes, people just want to think, that, what we have going on here is maybe some cow tipping, maybe.
Nah, man, it's a situation like we were talking about fads the other night, and it's somewhat sort of true in a way. The East and the West Coasts will have their different fads, and it take about a year to get here. And that's the way they think, is that we're all backwards hicks that don't have a clue what the world's going on. Truth is a lot of them are coming here now to try to figure out how to make their life better. That's kind of interesting, but...
The music industry can be tough waters to navigate. Everything you get must be earned, and nothing is ever free. Astral 50, a band comprised mainly of high school students in the Kansas City area, is receiving a crash course on exactly what it takes to make it in this industry.
As I love more than anything is being the young band around here. The only thing I don't like about being a young band is that you do get walked over by, maybe not all promoters, but some promoters. I'm not talking about Corey, but I'm talking about some promoters that just kind of look at you still as kids, and it's like, we're trying to be professional with them, and sometimes they don't want to be professional. Yeah. And sometimes that can cost you some things.
For me, why do I play music? Well, it started because I saw a Kiss show, and I was so taken by the spectacle that I knew I had to do it. And then, like, one thing led to another, and the money became attractive. The attractive women became even more attractive than the attractive money. But at the end of the day, all that stuff is just perks. When you get to play music and you get to see people that enjoy what you have busted your stuff to make, you leave all the sweat and the blood and the anger and the hatred and the love and the passion, leave it all on the stage, and they enjoy it. That's what it's all about.
In today's technological society, many musicians have begun recording their own music, using every penny saved to reinvest in merchandise and tour expenses.
You ready? Can you get a better tone on that?
Like, I've done some stuff in, like, you know, studios and stuff like that, but I was always like, why pay somebody $1,000 whenever this only costs $1,000 and I can use it for the rest of my life, you know?
Exactly.
I learned. It's all about books.
Well,
reading.
Those people that are into it for the record labels, they get paid first, and then the band gets divided up the scraps afterwards.
Exactly.
So the way I look at it is, why not do it your own? You get to know, you know what you want to sound like. You know what the song's supposed to sound like that you wrote. So why the hell not do it until you get it the way you want it?
Exactly. So I don't have a nice couch sitting over here in the corner, you know, or
this
flat
screen.
Yeah, or flat screen TV in the studio, you know, but it's all ours. We own all of it. I know what it takes to play music and have a good time and get paid at it. You know, music industry, I don't have no idea about no music industry, you know. I know how not to get ripped off when you're playing clubs and what to do when you do get ripped off. But as like far as the music industry, like as there's a difference between like the music industry and I feel like playing music as a professional are two different things, you know. I don't know what the music industry is all about. I don't want to be involved in any pop culture.
Pomp and circumstance.
Pop culture, succubus bullshit. I don't, you know, like, I would love to, I make money doing this, and if this is all the money I ever make, if one day I have to move out of my, you know, my house and move into the studio and this is where I'm going to be, and this is where I'm going to be, you know.
Something good that you can follow, or do you know it's it when it's that, or
is
it the same old reprocessed garbage that you hear on the radio? Or you know what I'm saying? She goes, what does it take to be in the music business? Do you want to just be that same guy that's a fill-in on the weekend, that's a hired gun? You want to be a hired gun? You want to be part of, which I hear that all the time, the band?
Despite a struggling economy, live music in the Midwest is very much alive. The level of prosperity, however, is in dispute. While many booking agents and promoters are making money, a large number of mid-level bands seem to be struggling to break out of an economic slump.
Things are good. Things are thriving. That the rock and roll economy is good, and people are selling and people are buying, man. I live and I breathe this every day, and I'm proud to be a part of it. And while the economy may be failing, rock and roll never goes away, and it's always thriving, man. So.
My fellow Americans, I'm here to say to you that the state of Midwest music is complete garbage. Do something about it. Get up off your butts and go to a show. I hear time and time again, I don't want to go to that show because I've never heard of that band. How did the famous bands become famous? People went to the shows to support them. You're never going to get a new famous band. You're never going to get a new love, a new passion, a new life force, a new driving energy in your life if you're a music fan. If you don't start where it starts for everybody else, at the local shows, in the small bars, in the clubs, shelling out your $5-10 to go see somebody who's leaving it all on the stage for you, because that's why we do it. So help us help you. Thank you.
Regardless of any debate about the level of musical prosperity in the Midwest, there is one thing that will undoubtedly remain constant, and that is that musicians will always be there to spill their heart and soul on stage for our enjoyment. Even in the absence of money and notoriety, there will always be the dedicated few who work day and night to deliver the life force that is live music. It is our turn to repay the favor, and the best way to do that is to simply go see a show. You will definitely not regret it.